We have a toy run that like we've had for like last 13 years. We have a toy run at ABC Autoplex here in Silver Springs. I think it's 1412.
It is 1412 College
Street.
Just at the bottom of that bridge.
Thank you. Right there at just right there by the exit, really the bridge there. And people come in on their motorcycles and they bring toys. And we take the toys and give them to the Salvation Army in Hopkins County and the Winsboro Fire Department Toys for Tots program. And when people come in on their bikes, what they do is they come in, bring a toy, and then we have a poker run or a fun run, however you want to call it. I go out and map out a run around the countryside, usually around Como or Dyke or somewhere. And I had mapped it out this year, so I can't tell you exactly where it's going to be. And but people ride around in their cars or motorcycles. Now, we do let people come in cars. We've had a few cars through the years and had people to ask us, well, can't we come in cars? So this year we're going to have a motorcycle show like we always do. It's a people's choice. And then we're going to also have a car show. You can bring your hot rods, your old cars, classic cars. We'll have a trophy for classic cars and then a trophy for hot rods. And the hot rod can be from a 1912 Studebaker fixed up as a hot rod to a 2016 whatever you want to bring.
Whatever it is you have and are proud of.
If it's your vehicle and you're proud of it, you bring it and you can put it in the show. It'll be people's choice. Main thing is we're there to raise toys.
Okay.
We do accept money donations, and we do take that and buy more toys. We'll buy more expensive toys like bicycles, electronic gifts, stuff like that, which we do get that in. A lot of years we'll get 10 or 12 bicycles brought in on motorcycles and cars.
That's what I want to find out. They actually like to bring this on their bike, such as maybe Santa would do, but how do they bring a bicycle?
Well, they get innovative sometimes,
okay.
But you see these big gold wings and especially tracks, and one guy comes from Como. He comes nearly every year, and he's got a trailer.
Okay.
And it's a little small trailer, and he comes in and he has his toys on his trailer, and it's really cute. You know, it's something to see. And that's another thing. If you don't have a car to show, if you don't have a motorcycle, if you want to come eat a bowl of stew, chili, come out, bring a toy. That's what we're there for. We've got a live band, Bud Bone Band, Mike Simmons and his brother. I'm sorry, I can't think of his name right now, and Kevin Hankins from this area, Southell and Winsboro area, and Como, I think, and they're very good. They're very good.
Okay.
We've had them several years, but you'll enjoy it. You can sit around, have a relaxing day, bring you a lawn chair, and we've got tables for people to sit at to eat, but we don't have a lot of chairs.
Okay.
So bring yourself a lawn chair, sit and listen to the music. We do have games. We've got some little, I call them carnival games, and people can play the carnival games, and we'll have a trophy for the winner of the carnival games, as I call them. They all add up in points to get a winner there. We try to make it fun, but our main focus is toys for the children around the area that don't have nothing for Christmas morning.
Okay. Well, and when we say children, that encompass all ages. Sometimes maybe the teens get overlooked a little bit.
Yes, they do. We do all ages from newborns to 17, 18 years of age. We don't want no child to go left out. People do tend to buy for the younger kids more, and that's where the money donations come in. When I said electronic games a while ago and bicycles, you know, the money that comes in we can buy for the older kids. We do. I'm not one that buys a lot of clothes as a Christmas present, but, you know, if that's what a child wants, not so much needs, but if that's what a child wants, that's what we try to get.
Well, you mentioned earlier someone thought of a fishing rod and reel, and how well received that was.
Oh, yes. We found out. Well, I don't know why I thought about it one year, but we was buying for the kids, and we had got a list of things that kids wanted and everything, and I got to thinking, when I was a little boy, and my little boy liked to fish, And that wasn't on the list. And I thought, well, I'm going to get one of each, a boy and a girl, because you can buy them pink now. And so I got one of each, and I was told that a bunch of little kids, when they seen that, because they get to go in, I guess, and pick. I'm not exactly sure how the stuff is give out. I know, I think Winsboro lets them come in and pick. And anyway, they they wanted them rod and reels. So after that, we'd buy 2 or 3 each year, 2 or 3 boys and 2 or 3 girls each year.
Oh, that's good. That is so touching. As a kid, what I wanted to play with was a farm set. Every little piece of fence and horses and all that was inside the barn. So you open the barn, get all that stuff out and set it up. Oh, I played for years with my farm set.
Yeah,
and there's still kids that like that kind of thing.
Yeah, mine was Lincoln Logs. and I still have my Lincoln Logs. That's the only toy I've got from my childhood that I kept, but I still have my Lincoln Logs. I'm 53 years old. So
well, it's wonderful memories. But like spa sets or the makeup sets for girls or the pink camo anything, I think always is a big hit.
Yes, if you have a child or a grandchild, and that you know what they like. Pick that up and bring it. I mean, go to the store, buy what your grandkid likes. There's another kid out there that will like the same thing. And that's the way I tell people, because they ask me, what do I bring? I said, get something your child likes. Well, my child's 17. I said, there's 17-year-olds that need something. Or my child's 1. There's 1-year-olds that need something. So you can base what you buy on what your children like.
Well, and it gives us, this is an early opportunity. Of course, the Christmas crunch is going to come for all of us, where, we're barely able maybe to keep up with the events as much as the shopping has to be done. This is early. We can just, out of the goodness of heart, go buy some things that you think someone would like and bring, or even just one toy.
Yeah. Yeah, we do it early. We do it the second weekend in February, November, second weekend in November, and we've done it 13 years, second weekend in November. And we do it that early because we want more people to be able to come on motorcycles. And because it started out as a motorcycle event, and then, like I say, now we do cars, motorcycles. But there's people come for 7 or 8, 10 years and parked outside, around the neighborhood there. Super Handy always lets us let people park over there if they need to. And the building next door is, I think, Leo. I can't remember. And then the nursing home there. It's not a nursing home, but
Rock Creek.
But they've told us before we could park in the corner of their parking lot over there close to ABC, and come in, find you a place to park on the inside of the parking lot or the inside of the sales lot. Will be motorcycles and the show cars and stuff like that, but we'll find you a place to park.
Well, obviously, Ronnie Paris and the folks there at ABC Autoplex, and this being the Holly Swatsell Fun Run, is that right?
Yes.
They back this.
Yeah, when I had this idea, basically 15 years ago, we didn't know what to do. So I got with the Salvation Army, and they said they would take the toys. I knew I wanted to do something. So it was more or less me wanting to do something. And I talked to my wife and my children. My children were young. My oldest one's 26 now, so you can do the math, 15 years ago. And my boy was younger than that. So we decided we was going to do something. So we had to have somewhere to deliver the toys to meet up with the Salvation Army. So I talked to Ronnie Paris, and he said, I was telling him about it. Wasn't really asking him, I was just telling him, and he said, well, y'all can meet here. And I said, okay. So when we drove up there on our motorcycles, they had hot dogs for us. Hot dogs, water, and cold drinks. Well, it went from there. And we've had barbecue some years. We've had, but everybody loves the stew. Ed Moore, and I can't thank Ed Moore enough, because he has cooked the stew 13 years.
Really?
1 year within probably 2 months of having a heart attack. And he was up there with his family in the cold and cooking stew. Could I thank a couple of people?
Please do.
Ronnie Paris, of course. I want to thank him and everybody at ABC Autoplex. Pat Bryant. Pat Bryant has cooked barbecue for us 3 or 4 years. We're not going to have barbecue this year, but I want to thank Pat Bryant. And I want to thank my family for supporting me, because this is something I wanted to do, and they've supported me. Ronnie supported me. He's give us use of the car lot, and Holly Swatsell. And I want to thank Holly Swatsell because she was there at the car lot for several years after Holly, and they loaned us the car lot and backed us 100%. And
that's a lovely thing for our community.
And that's why we named it the Holly Swatsell Memorial after he passed away, is in honor of him and him believing in us and what we were doing.